Hey guys, welcome back. It's another daily Bible reading. We're going through the Bible in 60 days. That's right. This is a really cool plan for kids. And real quick before we get started, because today we're actually going to jump around a little bit and not even read full chapters. This one's kind of a fun little experiment here. Just kind of doing a couple verses from several different chapters in today's reading. But before we get started, if you want to do a plan like this, or even this plan, you can go to questionsgod.com. Again, that's questionsgod.com, and you can find this plan and other plans like it. And of course, you can always follow us on our daily reading videos Monday through Friday at 8 a.m. Eastern Time. And then, of course, you can watch those videos on demand as well. Today, we're going to start with Genesis chapter 12. We're only going to read 5 verses in chapter 12. And then we're going to jump to chapter 18. And then we're actually going to jump back to chapter 17 and then forward to chapter 21. Now, I didn't quite catch why they put it in that particular order, unless it was a typo. I don't think so. I think they had a reason they did it like that. So we'll kind of, you'll learn as I'll learn why they did it like that. So Jet's going to start us out with chapter 12, verses 1 through 5. And what is the title?
The Call of Abraham.
The Call of Abram, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cool. The Call of Abram with these 5 verses. Okay.
The Lord had said to Abram, "Go from your country, your people, and your father's household to the land I will show you. I will make you into a great nation. I will bless you. I will make your name great, and you will be a blessing. I will bless those who bless you, and whoever curses you I will curse. And all peoples on earth will be blessed through you." So Abram went as the Lord had told him, and Lot went with him. Abram was 75 years old when he set out from Haran. He took his wife Sarai, his nephew Lot, all the possessions they had accumulated, and the people they had acquired in Haran, and they set out for the land of Canaan, and they arrived there.
Wow, you probably need a break after those 5 verses. So now we're going to move over to chapter 18, if you want to find chapter 18, Jet. And we're going to read verses 1 through 15, so you know where 15 stops.
The 3 visitors. The Lord appeared to Abraham near the great trees of Mamre, while he was sitting at the entrance to his tent in the heat of the day. Abraham looked up and saw 3 men standing nearby. When he saw them, he hurried from the entrance of his tent to meet them and bowed low to the ground. He said, "If I have found favor in your eyes, my Lord, do not pass your servant by. Let a little water be brought, and then you may all wash your feet and rest under this tree. Let me get you something to eat, so you can be refreshed, and then go on your way. Now that you have come to your servant." "Very well," they answered. Do as you say." So Abraham hurried into the tent to Sarah. "Quick," he said, "get 3 seahs of the finest flour and knead it and bake some bread." Then he ran to the herd and selected a choice, tender calf and gave it to a servant who hurried to prepare it. He then brought some curds and milk and the calf that had been prepared and set these before him. While they ate, he stood near them under a tree. "Where is your wife Sarah?" they asked him. "There, in the tent," he said. Then one of them said, "I will surely return to you about this time next year, and Sarah, your wife, will have the son." Now Sarah was listening at the entrance to the tent, which was behind him. Abraham and Sarah were already very old, and Sarah was the past age of a childbearing. So Sarah laughed to herself as she thought, "After I am worn out and my Lord is old, will I now have this pleasure?" Then the Lord said to Abraham, "Why did Sarah laugh and say, 'Will I really have a child now that I am old?' Is anything too hard for the Lord? I will return to you at the appointed time next year, and Sarah will have a son." Sarah was afraid, so she lied and said, "I did not laugh." But he said, "Yes, you did laugh."
And this one's kind of different. It has us jumping back to chapter 17 right after reading chapter 18. We're going to read chapter 17, verses 1 through 22. And this is the covenant of circumcision. And let's go ahead and jump in. When Abram was 99 years old, the Lord appeared to him and said, "I am God Almighty. Walk before me, faithfully and be blameless. Then I will make my covenant between me and you and will greatly increase your numbers." Abram fell face down, and God said to him, "As for me, this is my covenant with you. You will be the father of many nations. No longer will you be called Abram. Your name will be Abraham, for I have made you a father of many nations. I will make you very fruitful. I will make nations of you, and kings will come from you. I will establish my covenant as an everlasting covenant between me and you and your descendants after you for the generations to come, to be your God and the God of your descendants after you. The whole land of Canaan, where you now reside as a foreigner, I will give as an everlasting possession to you and your descendants after you, and I will be their God." Then God said to Abraham, "As for you, you must keep my covenant, you and your descendants after you, for the generations to come. This is my covenant with you and your descendants after you, the covenant you are to keep. Every male among you shall be circumcised. You are to undergo circumcision, and it will be the sign of the covenant between me and you. For generations to come, every male among you who is 8 days old must be circumcised, including those born in your household, or bought with money from a foreigner, those who are not your offspring. Whether born in your household or bought with your money, they must be circumcised. My covenant in your flesh is to be an everlasting covenant. Any uncircumcised male who has not been circumcised in the flesh will be cut off from his people. He has broken my covenant." God also said to Abraham, "As for Sarai, your wife, you are no longer to call her Sarai. Her name will be Sarah. I will bless her, and I will surely give you a son by her. I will bless her so that she will be the mother of nations. Kings of peoples will come from her." Abraham fell face down. He laughed and said to himself, "Will a son be born to a man 100 years old? Will Sarah bear a child at the age of 90? And Abraham said to God, "If only Ishmael might live under your blessing." Then God said, "Yes, but your wife Sarah will bear you a son, and you will call him Isaac. I will establish my covenant with him as an everlasting covenant for his descendants after him. And as for Ishmael, I have heard you. I will surely bless him. I will make him fruitful and will greatly increase his numbers. He will be the father of 12 rulers, and I will make him into a great nation. But my covenant I will establish with Isaac, whom Sarah will bear to you by this time next year." When he had finished speaking with Abraham, God went up from him. All right, now we're going to move on to the last 7 verses, chapter 21, verses 1 through 7, the birth of Isaac. Now the Lord was gracious to Sarah, as he had said, and the Lord did for Sarah what he had promised. Sarah became pregnant and bore a son to Abraham in his old age, at the very time God had promised him. Abraham gave the name Isaac to the son Sarah bore him. When his son Isaac was 8 days old, Abraham circumcised him as God commanded him. Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born to him. Sarah said, "God has brought me laughter, and everyone who hears about this will laugh with me." And she added, "Who would have said to Abraham that Sarah would nurse children? Yet I have borne him a son in his old age." Guys, that was a lot of different variety of reading today. It's all part of the Bible story. Like I said, this is an overview. It's 60 days throughout the Bible, and it's kind of jumping around, but it gives you a good overview and a good idea of the Bible, and it's a good way to get your kids involved and get started reading. So with all that being said, we're a family channel. If you like this kind of content, go ahead and subscribe down below. hit that notification bell and actually share this video with somebody. Maybe it'll encourage and bless them as well. So Monday through Friday we do our Bible readings, and Saturdays and Sundays we try to do some fun family videos. Right, Jet? Don't get too excited now. But until next time, we'll see you on the next video. God bless.